What's up, guys? Disclosure Artist here, and today I wanted to talk to you about a little of my father's work history. First of all, he is an international man of mystery. I've mentioned in previous videos a little bit about my family, but my father, the CIA, for example, was very interested in him because by the time he was 21, he was already fluent in 6 languages. So he's dated women in the CIA as well. But fresh out of college, he actually began work on the West Coast as the vice president of the Berlitz School of Language. And if you guys know anything about Berlitz, on the surface he was the owner of this language company, but he was actually a paranormal researcher as well. And I'm just going to read you what is readily available about this individual who my father worked under. Charles Frambach Berlitz, November 22nd, 1914 to December 18th, 2003, was an American polyglot, language teacher, and writer known for his language learning courses and his books on paranormal phenomena. Let me be very specific. Paranormal events are purported phenomena described in popular culture, folk, and other non-scientific bodies of knowledge whose existence with these contexts is described as being beyond the scope of normal scientific understanding. Notable paranormal beliefs include those that pertain to extrasensory perception, for example, telepathy, spiritualism, and the pseudoscience of ghost hunting, cryptozoology, and ufology. I'm just using the basic language of Wikipedia when I'm reading this to you, which of course seeks to do nothing but discredit reality. Berlitz was born in New York City. He was the grandson of Maximilian Berlitz, who founded the Berlitz Language School as a child. Charles was raised in a household in which, by his father's orders, every relative and servant spoke to Charles in a different language. He reached adolescence speaking 8 languages fluently. In adulthood, he recalled having had the childhood delusion that every human being spoke a different language, wondering why he did not have his own language like everyone else in his household. This, I think, is interesting because perhaps it was a catalyzing circumstance that caused him to attempt to reach out in other ways linguistically. His father spoke to him in German, his grandfather in Russian, and his nanny in Spanish. He began working for the family language school, the Berlitz School of Languages, during college breaks. The publishing house of which he was vice president sold, among other things, tourist phrase books and pocket dictionaries, several of which he authored. He also played a key role in developing record and tape language courses. He left the company in the late 1960s, not long after he sold the company to publishing firm Kroll, Collier, and Macmillan. He graduated magna cum laude from Yale University. Berlitz was a writer on paranormal phenomenon. He wrote a number of books on Atlantis. In his book, The Mystery of Atlantis, he claimed Atlantis was real, based on his interpretation of geophysics, psychic studies, classical literature, tribal lore, and archaeology. He also attempted to link the Bermuda Triangle to Atlantis. He claimed to have located Atlantis undersea in the area of the Bermuda Triangle. He was also an ancient astronaut proponent who believed that extraterrestrials had visited Earth. Berlitz spent 13 years on active duty in the U.S. Army, mostly in intelligence. Also very interesting. What information was he privy to? In 1950, he married Valerie Siri, with whom he had 2 children, a daughter Lynn and son Mark. He died in 2003 at the age of 90 at University Hospital in Tamarack, Florida. Of course, the reception. Berlitz's statements about Bermuda Triangle and the Philadelphia experiment were heavily criticized by researchers and scientists for their inaccuracy. Has also drawn criticism for ignoring possible natural explanations and promoting pseudoscientific ideas. All bullshit. Larry Kush has accused Berlitz of fabricating evidence and inventing mysteries that have no basis in fact. Also more Wikipedia bullshit. Here's just a list of some of the books that he's written. This is his actual anomalous phenomena bibliography. The Mystery of Atlantis, 1969. Mysteries from Forgotten Worlds, 1972. The Bermuda Triangle, 1974. Without a Trace, 1977. The Philadelphia Experiment, Project Invisibility, 1979. The Roswell Incident, 1980. Doomsday, 1999 AD, 1981. Atlantis, the Eighth Continent, G.P. Putnam's Sons, New York, 1984. Atlantis, the Lost Continent Revealed, Macmillan, London, 1984. The Lost Ship of Noah, In Search of the Ark at Ararat, 1987. The Dragon's Triangle, 1989. World of the Incredible but True, Ballantine Books, New York, 1991. World of Strange Phenomena, Little Brown and Company, New York, 1995. Like I said, my father has a very interesting past.